We are live on the SideQuest, your weekly journey into the wonderful world of video games, video game culture, and the nerds who celebrate it. Thank you to our amazing musician and supporter, Zero the Prototype, for that wonderful intro, which is our new intro. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who's watching, everybody who's listening. Most importantly, thank you to JJ for always looking dapper with that. I'm Dolly, by the way, with that awesome shirt. I saw you take a picture of that the other day. What you got there?
Junji Ito shirt. Yeah, hell
yeah, baby. That's
Uzumaki,
awesome.
Baby.
That's hot. HOTT. Thank you to our, by the way, SideQuesting.com, SideQuesting TV on YouTube and Twitch. You can go to our website, hop into the Discord, join us in the Discord. We have a lot of fun there. And you can also hop into the Patreon and take a look at some of the fun stuff. We're going to have a next game night pretty soon here. I think we'll do something kind of fun there. But shit's expensive. So if you'd like, feel free to join the Discord or join the Patreon with the special secret Discord section, obviously. Thank you to our executive level Punctified, Punkdefied. Thank you to our producer, Stefan Swanland, Zero the Prototype, Exagenous, and Jeff Grubb. Now, the executive level gets you a free shirt every calendar year. So get excited for that.
And then you may have to send one to Jeff Grubb just to get it on the giant bomb.
I've given him shirts before. Actually, no, I gave it to our good friend Justin McElroy, one of the first SideQuesting T-shirt with the controllers.
I gave it
to J Mac, and he actually wore it quite often at events. He liked it. There are good people out there, and thankful for all of them. Thankful for all of you. Thankful for you, JJ, because you're an awesome person.
I agree.
Yeah, love it. Well, we're gonna have an awesome day, starting off with a couple of big news bites, and then some games and stuff we're playing. And we're gonna try to get out of here quick enough so that maybe I can sneak off to see Predator tonight. If not, I'm gonna sneak off tomorrow. And let's go with the first little bit of news, which kind of dropped today. Oh, there's Exagermoose. Exactly. The first bit of news that's dropped today. Thanks for the double feature, AMC, which didn't happen. We had plans, by the way, me, Exagermoose, and Zero. We're gonna go see the Prey and Badlands as some double feature, and they did not have it at AMC. Not at our AMC nearby. They had it at other AMCs, and that was a bummer to me because I really did want to go check it. And I had taken the day off yesterday initially, thinking I was going to go see this with the boys, and work kind of screwed me over. I got real busy. That's not new. And I couldn't take the day off at all. And then they didn't have the double feature. So, yeah, and Zero took the day off too. So, that's what we get.
And yesterday, my only option was a late night screening in 3D. That was the only.
Did you go?
I just couldn't get the energy to go.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I was going to go either Wednesday or Thursday. If I was going to go with the guys, it was going to be Wednesday and Thursday if I couldn't go with the guys. Because I figured we're going to podcast either Wednesday or Thursday because we have review embargoes and stuff. And Zach, graciously, hi, Zach. Zach said, let's do Thursday because he got the Riftbound cards in and he was going to show them off. He said, let's do Thursday. I absolutely can't do Wednesday. We're definitely doing Thursday. We said, all right, we're going to stick to Thursday. And then yesterday, I think morning, we were chatting and trying to figure out what time. And I said, all right, fine. We're still going to do Thursday. And then today I'm like, let's get going, everybody. And Zach pulled the Zach on us.
Yeah. Zach did what Zach does. And he said, nope.
Yep. No. So it's just you and I. That's okay. So we'll, I may go after this. There's a 9:45 showing. So I got a half hour. Anywho,
I have to be up at
Rockstar.
4:45 in the morning. There is no 9:45 weekday movie for
Yeah,
me.
I know. I'm the same way, dude. I'm the same way. Rockstar aims to make us forget its union busting by release date busting Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah.
Did you put it upside down like the American
Yes.
flag upside
Yes,
down
I
kind of?
did.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
did on purpose. I was actually gonna I was actually gonna mirror this as well to make it look like AI, but I'm like, that's too much work. Hitting one more
The
button
joke
is too
works
much work.
fine.
The
Yeah.
joke works fine. Anywho, so yeah, they put out the note today that said, "Hey guys, guess what? We are delaying Grand Theft Auto 6 to November of 2026 from its May 2026, which was already delayed from like May 2020 or from November 2025, right? It was like
Yeah.
November, December. So
Yeah, it
it's
was
a full
originally
year.
fall this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Which, for all intents and purposes, we don't know what the original date was. This game is going on like 11, 12, 13 years. I don't even know how far it's been since
I don't
Grand Theft Auto 5 came out on the um, was it the PS3, Xbox 360
PS3,
generation?
Xbox 360. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Um,
And
but
you can look at the crazy. I saw something like you can go to, I think ours you can go to, and they have like an article that is like shows the weird delay cycle of the PC version of GTA
oh
5. It was crazy
geez,
what happened with that. I
I'll
don't know
I'll
how much.
definitely it's just insane. So there, earlier this week, news broke that uh, Rockstar Games had allegedly laid off dozens of employees that were part of the developers union organizing structure. Like there's a union within there. Obviously, they're in the UK and
Yeah,
they're organizing, getting everything together. And all of a sudden, all these folks are laid off. So people are like, wait a minute, why did they get let go? Rockstar said, oh, they were divulging secrets that they shouldn't have been
yeah.
talking about.
No, you cannot see it, and neither can they.
Yeah, exactly. And so then the people were just, that wasn't going over very well. So they had their big financials today and yesterday, and they said, "Oh, by the way, let's quickly change the narrative. Let's mention GTA 6 is being delayed. It was going to be delayed anyways. I
Yeah,
mean, you don't delay that quickly just
yeah,
because of something else. But they made made a big deal about delaying it.
yeah,
They could have delayed it at the beginning of the year. I'm
yeah,
sure they already knew this wasn't going to hit the timing.
yeah.
But they delayed it, and they're trying to, hey, everybody forget that we laid off folks. But this is actually even worse. So much so that it lit more of a fire under people to let out information. And there's on the official like GTA forums, the Rockstar forums, there's ex-employees or in current employees who are like, hey, yeah, no, this happened. I'm part of the union. This definitely happened. It's because we just had a union Discord that we were only discussing organizing. We never mentioned anything about the games, and it was private and it was locked and nobody could see it, and that was it. So yeah, Buddha Rockstar on multiple levels there.
Rockstar really is taking for granted the fact that nobody has ever made a good GTA game other than
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
Because like all it takes is like one extremely good competitor, and this whole show goes up in
Yep.
flames. Like
Yep.
because you can only get so like as of right like you can only get so much bad attention until it
Sure.
starts having like how much good faith can Rockstar really like lose with thing. Like, I'm not saying that GTA 6 is gonna like this news is gonna
Mhm.
tank GTA 6. This is definitely not the
No,
case.
it's not.
But
It's
like,
still it'll
but
be $200 now.
yeah, but yeah, in 2027 when it actually comes out,
Yeah.
and we're actually closer to the PlayStation 6 than we are to the
Yep.
PlayStation 5. So it's
Probably close
okay.
to
We
the
got
PlayStation 7 at that point.
yeah.
Following.
That's all right. That gives them time to release GTA 5 one more time on like the
Yeah.
Switch 2 or something, and just squeeze one more out. Just put
uh,
GTA Online on the Switch 2 to sit. I don't
True.
know. So stupid.
It's a mess. It's
So
top to
dumb.
it's just so dumb. It's just Rockstar, not that Rockstar is the most wonderful heralded company, but guys,
Never has been. That's always the
never
thing
has been.
too.
Yeah.
Like They've
I
always
forget.
been a trash company, but like I
Yep.
mean, and then you have the Mind's Eye stuff where it's just like, oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
GTA guy makes his own company, and turns out that still a trash company. So,
Yeah. Just absolutely nuts. Well, moving on to some better news. You've heard of the Nintendo Switch, haven't you?
no,
No? All right. Next. No, just kidding. The Switch 2 is now at 10 million units. Nintendo had their financials a couple days ago, and they said, hey, guess what? We've sold 10 million of these suckers, and number keeps going up. So much so that they were initially planning for 15 million in their fiscal year. They've bumped that number up to 19 million, which Nintendo never does. Nintendo is very conservative when it comes to their financials, and console sales and that kind of stuff. They will always revise down. They're bumping this up to 19 million, which to me, so these numbers were through to end of September. August, obviously, you had the Mario collection. You had Pokemon. You've got this week you have Zelda, or today Zelda,
today, yeah,
and then into every 2 weeks they've been pumping out. Then you got Kirby in 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that you got Metroid Prime 4. It is kind of like hit after. I mean, you had Hades 2, you have Silk Song, you have like every major indie is on here
yeah,
now, and now you're starting to see
yeah. You
the
got your
momentum.
Pokemon game out, and
You
that's
got
selling like
you.
gangbusters.
Yup. You're starting. Yeah, that Pokemon game sold like 6 million. That's like one of the top fastest selling Pokemon games.
Yeah,
You're starting to see dev kits starting to go out to people. So that does mean that people are going to be expecting, and the companies, developers and studios will be pumping out these games in the new year. You even had some games get pushed out, like Elden Ring and Final Fantasy VII. Although Final Fantasy VII does look like it's, I mean, you and I played it. It was pretty
yeah,
good. It's that PS4 version, and it's running pretty well on the Switch
yeah.
too. And they're adding some fun stuff in there. So um, there's momentum on this sucker. I was uh, when the Switch 2 launched, this is great big number. I think they had like 3, 4, 5 million, whatever it was, that first weekend, those first few days. And I thought that's
Yeah.
cool. And I imagine that momentum would just naturally die down. I think, okay, typically momentum is when you can't get these on the store shelves. There's a fervor for these things. People want to go, I can't get one. The minute I see one, I'm going to buy it. Well, Nintendo has, they're like, no, we're just going to put these out. We're going to make them
Yeah.
as many as possible. They probably still have like, a quarter billion of them pre-produced for the last 2
I
years.
I am still so baffled about launch day to this day. Like,
Yes.
just how
Yeah.
many they had at launch day. Like,
Unbelievable.
lines around the buildings for pre-orders and for in-store pickup
Yep.
day of, and
Day of.
everyone got one. Like,
Yeah.
and they're
It
still
was wild.
selling them at a steady
Yep.
rate. It's bonkers. I don't know why. Like, that's the
I don't either. That's why I'm saying, like, I would have thought there would have been a drop off, because you
yeah,
had Mario Kart World, which is
yeah,
like, okay, whatever.
yeah.
Granted, they have sold 9.3 million copies of Mario Kart World already, which, I mean, the majority of those were with the Switch 2 bundle, but that's only like maybe like less than a million difference
Yeah.
between the bundle,
Think about how many
so it's
people
like,
spent $80 for
yeah.
Mario Kart. That's
Yep.
insane.
I mean, right now you have the Pokemon console iteration that's going out, and people are going
Yeah.
to be buying that one. So those Pokemon numbers are going to continue going up, and then they're going to be going out and buying Mario Kart World. I I was trying to think, what's Nintendo's big holiday game? Everyone's always like, we need a big holiday game. It's usually a Mario.
Yeah.
It's usually like it's a mainline Pokemon. This isn't quite a mainline Pokemon. There's no real mainline Mario game.
Yeah.
It's not Metroid Prime 4. You're not treating it that way. It's not Kirby. It's Mario Kart World. Mario
Yeah.
Kart World
It
is their
still is.
is their
Yeah.
holiday. It's their holiday game. It could be their holiday game every year.
And it's gonna
Um,
be supplemented with like a lot of like, oh, and we got you Madden too, because Madden's selling like
yeah,
hotcakes on that.
yeah.
Because,
Actually, it is. Madden's selling really well on the Switch
really
too,
well.
which is
If
just
you
so
it's
stupid.
always in like the top 4
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
digital storefront. Like, it's not moving physical copies, but it's moving
Right.
them digital ones
I
real
mean, at
good.
this point, who's really getting? I mean,
I still don't own a single physical Switch 2K.
really,
Yeah.
I got Cyberpunk. I
Yeah.
got 3. I got Madden. only because I do plan on like hawking this sucker towards the, after the NFL season's over. I'm going to be just getting rid of it because I know it'll be on sale for like $8 on the eShop. So,
and at least game key cards are resellable. Like,
yes,
still.
exactly. I mean, if I get $10 for it, perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty astounding. I mean, like I said, they're planning on the first 5 months. Let's see, June, July, August, September, 4 months. They sold 10 million in 4 months, which means they still have 11 months. No, wait, set 8 months. Oh man, my math. It's just one of those days. Yeah, they have through to March, so they got like 6 more months, which really means they're expecting to sell this holiday season. They're probably expecting to sell 6 million units from October, November, December, which is just fucking ridiculous.
And they're gonna do it. That's the insane thing. Like, they're gonna do it, and I don't like. Again, despite like, I love the thing. It's like
I love my Switch too.
I love the Switch and the Switch too. Like, I just got rid of my my Switch OLED because I am now comfortable.
Okay.
I am now comfortable because I like kept on it. It's like, I don't know how 1-to-1 compatibility is going to be and stuff. But now everything, it's like, oh, I don't own anything that doesn't have compatibility. So now it's like, but like, it's my perfect game console kind of thing. It just does exactly what I need. It's
same here.
I can lay in bed next to it.
That's your spouse.
That's my spouse. It's my
significant
other.
I mean, you're gonna get Animal Crossing on it, which is by the way, that's gonna sell so freaking much on the Switch too.
I love that they're gonna be putting out physical versions of the Switch 2 updated version of Animal Crossing. That's diabolical.
That's gonna sell well over 1 million. I mean, that's probably gonna sell. That'll be like a 10 million when it's all said and done. That alone will sell 10 million copies. That game.
So bonkers, man.
It is. But I mean, I pick on them because like it wasn't the same level of a year that the Switch 1 had in terms of like games. Like Switch 1, we talked about it. You had you launch with like arguably the best Zelda game of all time. You have the best Mario Kart game. Even though it was sort of a port, it's the highest selling Nintendo single game of all time. And that launched like 2 weeks later. Then you had ARMS. Don't forget ARMS. Then you had Splatoon 2. You had Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You had Daemon X Machina. You had Mario and Rabbids. You had Mario Odyssey. And I think there was like one more. There was like one or two more games. You had 1-2 Switch. You had Snipper Clips. You had all the
Snipper Clips whipped ass. They should have made a new one, man. Why
they did make sort of an updated.
I mean,
version,
for this guy.
Oh, for this guy. But it's like it's just kind of nuts. I mean, you got Dragon Drive and Welcome Tour. Those are your two games. Nintendo's like, but and just ports of those Switch games.
Bonanza.
Yes. Yep. And now at some point we're getting the Pikmin 4 update, which I can't wait. That's gonna be nice. I think
that's sort of a big thing. Why it's done so well is because there's a lot of people that just like didn't have a Switch or something.
Yes. Well, they said so. The numbers were like, the folks that bought Switch 2s, only like 82% of them had the Switch 1, which is like almost nearly a fifth of the people who bought the Switch 2 didn't have a Switch. That's a big PR bump right there.
Like, Nintendo did a really good job at the PR in terms of making it clear that your games, those old games, are going to be better on here.
Yes.
It may get an update. It may just be better just because it is like. And they did a really good job at sort of making you interested in that because, like, even for me, where it's like I have checked every single game I have ever bought on the Switch.
Me too. I went through every single one
to see like how better is Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch too compared to the
like weird indies to mainline games. I've done the same exact thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this really. And it's funny to say this is how the game should have played the whole time, but kind of didn't know what we didn't know back then, right? Because now you play it and you're thinking, wow, this is in a way the experience of the Switch, the form factor, like you said, it is still the best form factor when it comes to handheld gaming. I know there's Portal lovers out there, Steam Deck lovers out there, but those are clunky.
That's sort of the
Really,
thing. I love how sleek and thin the Switch and Switch 2 are by comparison. It's like as ergonomic as the Steam Deck is, it is a little too chunky for
it is, and it's
sometimes.
heavier than this, but this is, and it's hotter. It runs a lot hotter, obviously. But this is Nintendo designed this from the ground up and that's, we're not here to fluff Nintendo's balls or anything, but they have product and software designers. Product and software designers in the same room. They design their games and their IPs to specifically look good on this console, on this device, because for them it's a holistic experience. I think when Valve makes great hardware, but it's
hardware designed by an engineer.
Exactly. It's not hardware designed by the people who are, there is no Valve like aesthetic. It's
the Disneyland thing where it's like, oh no, I'm not hiring engineers, I'm hiring animators to design stuff, and we're just gonna make it work. And Nintendo's always been
Imagineers. Nintendo's always been that way. It's like, let's get toy people to design these, and
you also have like game developers, like dev people designing hardware, because it's like,
for sure,
they know what, like, how this game's experience is affected by the hardware itself and the controllers and the whatever. So
it's great. I mean, it's anyways, the 10 million, they're expecting up to 19 million, which would just be if it hits 19 million, it's probably already will have outsold the Xbox Series. I don't even know what number that one's at. We are like 3 million away. I think by the time we're podcasting this, it's probably outsold the Wii U. I think the Wii U is at like 13 million. And if this was end of September at 10 million, you're going to be getting a couple million a month. I mean, you look at just the Japanese numbers, and it's bonkers over there just weekly how much it's selling. Like, couple, like 100 to 200,000 a week, it feels like it. So Nintendo has some really good momentum. That's offsetting what's unfortunately happening with Microsoft. But at least we're getting Microsoft games on the Switch too. So there's that. Good stuff. And I think like I said, they had some DK had like 3.5 million sales, which is awesome. Like, hey, great job to DK. Like, you don't see it chart like a ton, but it's going to be one of those long tail games. And I actually like the DLC. It's not the kind of DLC I would have initially wanted, which is just more story. It's a roguelike. It's whatever, which Nintendo is really in love with right now. But the fact that it's almost live servicey with events is kind of weird, with their DK thing. But I think it's going to be a game with a long tail that, as the Switch keeps selling, they're going to and there may be a Donkey Kong bundle at some point, that comes out. I mean, if you made a Donkey Kong bundle with yellow banana Switch, Joy-Con 2, like, I may be considering.
What the fuck are my colored Joy-Cons, Nintendo? Jesus,
and they're just waiting. They know they don't need to.
If that was their big holiday release, I would be okay with that.
Oh, right, yeah. But Nintendo has a ton, and they kind of reiterate all the games they have coming out, which is they still have the first half of the end of this year and the first half of next year. There is a lot from ports and updates. Obviously, we saw Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is probably going to be the number one seller in January, which is just silly. But to like, the only one we don't have a date for is Splatoon Raiders, which I'm in my family we're looking forward to, and that's probably
I saw your gameplay.
You saw my By the way, Nintendo, for whatever reason, they love their mobile apps, maybe not necessarily the mobile game, but the mobile apps. And they released a like the Nintendo Store, actually a store app, which is, by the way, it is really good. That store app is like, finally, like, I hated using the web, like a browser to buy their crap online. This is an actual app. Not only can you get like the games, you can get some, you can get like, clothes, and you can get the amiibo, you can get figures, you can get the cool LP they just announced, and you can check your for no reason whatsoever. They're like, hey, here's how you can check your playtime, and it goes all the way back to like 2011 with the 3DS. So yeah, there's some crazy stuff on there. I had a lot of Street Pass hours, man, a lot of Street Pass hours, but yeah, it's a cool. I mean, they're kind of shotgun, they're throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall, the whole shotgun approach, and it all kind of seems to be sticking right now. So and that's before we get a mainline Zelda, a mainline Mario, a mainline, all the the next Splatoon game and games and all that kind of stuff. When we get those actual big giant games, and Smash Brothers, and they got the Mario movie next year, so they're unless something bizarre happens, I mean, they're in a pretty safe. I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen with tariffs again, but they're in a pretty good spot right now with where they are. So yeah, there you go. Good job, Nintendo. Now give me some more Xenoblade. That would be some awesome stuff.
That's probably closer than either of us honestly expect to. That's the thing about Xenoblade. They always tend to just have that like in their pocket ready to go.
I firmly think so. I think you're right, because they're they have a lot of studios, and they've been doing this thing where they'll have like one studio of the younger folk and the up and comers working on a remaster. Like they'll say, hey, you 20 people or so start working on the remaster, and then the rest of the folks will work on the main one. And then when they're done with the main one, you're ready to kind of slot in after making that remaster, and you can start pumping these out, back and forth and stuff. And you can make the next one, or you can make this offshoot or whatever. So it's good stuff. All right, let's get into some games that we've been playing, because we have been playing some games.
Yeah.
You have a couple reviews. Let's get into your reviews.
Well, one of them's an actual review. The other one's just a personal review.
Okay, good. Well, then, yes, we'll go into we'll do the actual review, and then we'll do sort of our personal stuff. And then we'll end with my actual review. So, your actual review. So, JJ, when I mentioned this opportunity for this game, in our review section, you jumped right away. You said, "I give it to me." I played it originally. Give it to me. And that game
Barbie
is
Horse Adventure. No,
Barbie Horse Girls. No, Syberia Remastered.
Syberia Remastered. Man, I played Syberia originally, the worst possible way to play Syberia, and that is on the DS.
Sure.
However, given how my job was at the time, I got to just kind of hang out alone, and I could just play these sort of visual novels and adventure games without like anyone interrupting me. So it worked. I played a lot of this. I played all of the Ace Attorney games and the entire like Syberia franchise that was on the DS at the time. It's great. It is the original one came out in 2003 on PC. I would eventually go back and play the PC version, which is night and day difference in terms of interactivity, because on the little tiny DS screen, it's really easy to miss what you're supposed to click on.
Is that where you played it? Oh, man.
Yeah, man, that DS version was rough, but like fun. I loved the story, and I just kind of, early days of smartphones kind of thing. So, you can pull out a strategy if you got lost or something and look it up, which was very hard to do. The times before that, you had to be sitting at your computer playing the games and also like, or just wander across the living room or whatever. It's like, oh, what am I doing? I got to go to the fucking computer and do this. Times are different now, but yeah, no. So
maybe,
Syberia Remastered. I think the one thing I have to say is I don't know what remastered means anymore.
Oh, really?
Because this is not just like spit polished Syberia. It's a different. I mean, I'm just gonna say is a different game, but not in any sort of like the story's the same. The voice acting is the same. The cutscenes are the same. That is not a positive, by the way. That is,
Okay.
it's, it'll shrink down into the like barely up-resed kind of thing. So the cutscenes are very jarring when they
Oh,
play
wow.
in this.
Okay.
But like uh obviously everything's like all the textures are new
Mm,
and different. Um and you've got 3D, like you can walk around like a normal modern controls for this game. It's not just like click to tell her where to go. It
mm,
is you actually move her around. Um and uh there okay, so I was telling you in the Discord, uh there was a puzzle that I got to, and I remembered the puzzle solution
mm.
because it seemed so stupid. Because I don't know, it was just one of those things that sometimes the stupidest thing just kind of stays with you, stays in
Yes.
your brain.
Yep.
So when I got to this puzzle, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this one because it seemed like it was going to be this big, stupid, complicated thing. Because you go to this console with like a bunch of switches and stuff,
Mhm.
but only one switch worked. You couldn't even mess with the other switches, and the other two switches, it's like, oh, you just got to push this one until you choose the wood color you want, and then you push there's only one red button that works, so you
Sure.
click that and you click that, and it makes legs for this automaton. uh in this one I did that exact same thing, and nothing, and it
Uh-huh.
did not work. I thought I
Huh.
was going nuts. I was like, I guess it is a pre-release, maybe it's busted. It's a remaster, you expect it to be just sort of spit polish, but no. It's a whole new solution.
Huh.
All of the buttons work now. You actually have to consult the guide that's they've sort of present with you in there to figure out
Hmm.
exactly what buttons you need to push. Like it wasn't just like they changed it, and then I went back up to that point because this is early on in the game. This is the
Mhm.
first section of the game, and I was looking at the strategy guide while I'm going through like what I'm playing and seeing just how much they had changed the puzzles wise.
Hmm.
In some cases, most of the time they just take out the sort of extra steps, because a lot of puzzles just have like extra steps to just get you to the same, like you get the same solution, but they
Right.
cut out some of the nonsense just to sort of streamline it and stuff. So that was fascinating. You just keep playing it, and you just kind of, and I keep going back to the strategy, like an old game facts guide, just as reference. And it's pretty. They changed.
Hmm.
They've cut small little sections out. So they've kind of streamlined the game.
A little
That is
quality
going.
of life, is that kind of,
Yeah, quality of life, and but a lot of people. Uh, if you're a Syberia fan getting this, that is a dangerous line to walk as a
Uh-oh.
developer. I don't mind it. The game is still the same to me. It's kind of a little easier the way that
Hmm.
some of these puzzles play out, and there's sort of the quality of life stuff may be a little too quality of life, because like you'll go up to something and you'll select it. You know how it is in
Yeah.
a point and click
You
adventure.
know it.
Your inventory comes up and you're just like, okay, does this fit there? No. Does this fit there? No.
Hmm.
Most of the time you walk up, and if you have it, it's just automatically the first thing that pops up in your inventory, and you put it and it goes in, and it's like you don't have to like dig through and try 4 different things that might work
Mhm.
there. It sort of just pops up, and it's like, yeah, it's
Hmm.
where it goes. Like you knew that. It's like the game knows that you understand its logic. It's not dense. It's not like some of those weird adventure games where it's like some of the like King's Quest and Police Quest games got really esoteric with some of their
Mhm.
logic for some of these puzzles. Like this one doesn't really have any sort of like, the logic is all there. It's a lot of backtracking, but that's just how these games work.
Sure.
But like every puzzle makes sense in its own way. You understand because it's set in a sort of like real reality for the most
Hmm.
part. It's silly, don't get me wrong, but the game takes itself seriously. But like the first thing you see when you boot this game up, and like the first cutscene is automaton funeral procession. Like if you don't know anything about this game, that is the goofiest thing. It's just little drummer boy, clockwork drummer boy with a horse drawn clockwork hearse.
Hmm.
The plot of the game, at least the setup, is you work for a legal firm, and you come to town because you want to buy your client is a toy company that wants to buy this clockwork company. And when you get there, it's like, well, yeah, I know everything was smooth sailing up until this point, but the the uh, the head of the company, she died, and her will says that her brother, who everyone thought was dead, is not dead, and so in order for this sale to go through, you need to get his okay.
Sure.
And so you start unraveling the mystery of why the brother was thought to be dead. Where did he go? And you just travel around in this weird clockwork world. It makes no sense, but here it is. But yeah, all of the puzzles make sense. You never really get super lost in it. Like there's logic. There is trial and error sometimes,
Sure.
but they cut out a lot of the trial and error in a sense by cutting down sort of the steps some of these solutions have. I like it. I can see why you'd be mad getting this because it is. I like if you love Syberia and you get this. This is a different game. I mean, in terms of like what it would like to have the phrase remastered on it and then kind of fundamentally
Sure.
change a good chunk of the game. Like you're moving around as a third person adventure game. There's like the point and click is just a misnomer at this point. Like it's more Resident Evil now without the combat. Um, and changing puzzle solutions to kind of easier in a lot of situations. It'll make some people mad, and it appears to be making some people mad. But I think overall, if you've never played Syberia before, this is one of this is a sort of a lost. It's a lost gem of a point and click adventure. They don't make them like this anymore. And at the time, it was probably the best point and click adventure that had come out since LucasArts stopped making them.
Right. Sierra and LucasArts, yeah, man.
Yeah, but like, luckily the adventure game, especially with indie studios and stuff, has sort of made a comeback. So it's nice to see something like this maybe get its second wind because they also SoCal's first adventure game that is sort of like a spiritual predecessor to this, Amerizone, came out last year. They did a remaster of that one too. I never played that one, but
Neither did I. Yeah.
It's there. So I'm assuming they're just gonna remaster in quotes all of these at this point. So I'd hope so, but I'll keep playing them. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like I said, I don't know what remaster means anymore. Obviously, so.
Yeah, I can't tell you. Cool. I've never played it.
You should.
So
I highly recommend.
I'm a huge adventure. I'm a huge classic adventure game fan.
Yeah, it's an old like 2003. Yeah. It's got that flavor to it. Even modernized, it still feels like an adventure game from 2003.
It's wild. I grew up on those 80s, so this will be a crazy one for me. Cool. You've also been playing something for fun.
Yeah.
Playing or killing for fun?
Well, I mean, experiencing.
Experiencing.
Let's be real. These digital Eclipse collections are less about the games included and more about like representing the games included. Because there is a lot of complaints about Mortal Kombat Legacy. And I get it.
Gamers,
yeah, from fighting game community is up in arms.
What?
I know it's weird. They're usually so level-headed. So yeah, the Mortal Kombat Legacy collection, it's not without its problems, obviously.
Right.
But so like the online really is just doo-doo.
Sure.
It's not great. It doesn't have the lobby. But it's also like I'm not gonna play Mortal Kombat this way. Like especially these games. I'm over the sort of like I'll play it with you online, but I am not gonna do random lobbies. I'm never gonna do. I did it just for the sake of doing it a couple of times, but like it's just not. That's not a fun experience for me. Mortal Kombat's such a weird Mortal Kombat to me is the epitome of like in-person fighting.
Yes,
completely. You have to be.
Yes,
you have
those
to
older
be
Mortal Kombats were completely about being in person.
Yeah,
Agreed.
like Street Fighter can get away with it because there's far less spectacle with Street Fighter.
Mhm.
And Mortal Kombat plays in a completely different way. People talk about the input lag that's there, and there's input lag, but also like these games kind of just had input lag. Like the
Yeah,
way they're
yeah, people
set,
don't remember. They don't
yeah,
remember what these games were like.
yeah, the way they're set up because the input is staccato. Like people are used to Street Fighter where it's a very smooth, it's half
Mhm.
circles and forwards and backs and stuff, but like it's staccato with Mortal Kombat is
Yeah.
da 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 duh. And there's a timing. It's almost rhythm. It's at points. You have to sort of be in a rhythm when you're playing a Mortal Kombat game.
Mm.
Um because the other person is also in a rhythm. So you're kind of having a dance off when it comes to Mortal Kombat in a weird way. So yeah, there is some timing issues. There is some input delay, especially online, particularly online. I don't necessarily think it's as bad as people are saying in the games if you're just playing the games by yourself. And Mortal
Mhm.
Kombat always has done a really good job at making the games fun single player. I've always thought that the towers and stuff are really good. That was a really good like test of strength
Mm.
for for your abilities in Mortal Kombat. So so they've always been really good at being good single player games. So all of the stuff, like the side stuff, is really, really good. This is a
Mm.
good documentary, just like they've
Yeah.
always done. This is an incredible documentary because everyone's still there too, and like pretty much everyone that's involved in the history of Mortal Kombat, is still around, still doing stuff, even Mortal Kombat adjacent. If they're not doing Mortal Kombat proper, you know what I mean? So,
Sure, sure.
and it's a wild list of games. Like, yeah, you get like I don't know why you have the 32x version of Mortal Kombat 2. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, like what Mortal Kombat 32x Mortal Kombat 2 is essentially just SNES Mortal Kombat because the
Mm.
Genesis Mortal Kombat was missing a lot of stuff and wasn't that great. SNES version had all of the like sound effects and everything, and then 32x Mortal Kombat just adds all that stuff. So it's just like a weird sound font version, of Sega sound font version of Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Nintendo. Um, the handheld ones are all terrible, man. Every single one of them. There
But
hasn't been
that
like
yeah. Yeah.
uh, I think I said it in the Discord. It has the best Game Boy filter I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
It
really?
looks like a Game Boy screen. It's got that weird fog that you're used
Oh,
to.
cool.
It's like it's not quite ghosting, but it is ghosting. You don't get the ghosting that a Game Boy screen does, but it's doing a really good job at sort of invoking that
Hmm.
Game Boy sort of. It's a really good screen filter for the Game Boy.
Hmm.
Do you ever play Mortal Kombat Advance? It's on here.
I probably, actually, I don't think I did. I don't think
Uh,
I
if you get this, do yourself a favor and boot up Mortal Kombat Advance because it
Okay.
is unhinged what they've
Yeah?
done with this game. Because it starts off the same. When you play the game, when you do your single player thing, and you start it off, it's always against Scorpion, and
Oh, really?
you cannot. You have to cheese him because he immediately starts teleporting.
Oh,
Like
boy.
it says, round one fight, and he's teleporting, and he is like doing his thing. If he lands one thing on you, it's over.
Oh, jeez.
And he's blocking everything. So you have to like jump kick cheese just to get out of the first round of it. Like the difficulty level is like through the roof on this weird Mortal Kombat
Mm.
advanced version. Um, it's terrible. It's one of the worst Mortal Kombat games I've ever played in my
Oh,
life.
jeez.
Um, and I like that they know where the bread is buttered sometimes. So all the arcade and Mortal Kombat trilogy have fatality training, so you can just go in and it will put you on the screen. You have the option in normal gameplay as well as this to
Mhm.
have the uh move inputs on the screen so you know what to push.
Mhm.
And you can also put hit boxes where it shows you where you're supposed to be to do the fatalities and stuff. So when you're training, you're just learning where you're supposed to be for the fatalities, how to run them, and it shows you where you're supposed to be, what the button inputs are. And they've also got like a single button version where you just like, just push Y. You'll at
Mm.
the right distance, and you'll just punch his head off. It's great. Yeah, it's fun. It's like people are complaining about the online, and I think the fighting game community expected this to be like the Marvel versus Capcom or Capcom fighting collections, where they're kind of designed to be. The collections are designed to be like tournament ready. It's not Digital Eclipse. These are not designed to be tournament ready. This is designed to be a movie that happens to have games as special
Yeah, I think
features.
like that's how we always view these things, right? They're
Yeah,
meant to be historical and not actual game collections, right?
yeah. It's like, and they're good emulations.
Yeah,
Like Mortal
yeah.
Kombat 4 is very hard to emulate still to this day. So to have an arcade version of it running pretty well, honestly, is kind of cool.
Hmm.
But like they're all emulated really well. And they've pushed out some patches to bring down latency and stuff. So it's good. It's a good compilation. It's a good historical piece for Mortal Kombat. People are complaining that it doesn't have crossplay, but absolutely none of these collections have crossplay.
Hmm.
Nothing that Capcom has put out, like the Capcom fighting games or the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, those don't have crossplay either. They just do not do that with these collections. I'm assuming it's
Okay.
hard.
Yeah.
Because you're having to add cross instead of like when it's Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I can do crossplay for Street Fighter 6. It's one game. That's easy. Street Fighter, the Street Fighter Marvel vs. Capcom collection is like 5 games. You want us to put cross-platform play that may not even work that well for Punisher because we can't like it. I'm assuming it's difficult. I don't know, but none of them do it. Absolutely none of them do crossplay. So it's not a lost feature on this
Yeah.
particular one. So. I like it. I think you'll love it.
Cool. I have it pre-ordered for
Yeah.
physical for the Switch too, and I think that comes out in like December.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm
It's
excited
good.
for it. It's
Yeah.
cool. Awesome.
It'll be great for you, especially because like you've said that you have like get-togethers and stuff. So
all the time. And I've
it's
been telling
perfect
my
for that.
buddies, my brother, my buddies, I'm like, we're getting together for this. Like, it is the in-person series.
Me and you played it at PAX, and we had a great time because that's just how Mortal Kombat's supposed to be played.
Yeah, definitely.
Loud and brash.
Loud and brash. I've been
like
playing just like me. I've been playing a game that's not loud and brash, but it has sort of the same historical significance, and that's a collection of 2 games. Also, collections. Hey, they're in, and that's Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I am just a massive Dragon Quest game. Next to maybe Zelda or Final Fantasy. Like, I am all about Dragon Quest. Maybe Dragon Quest might have kind of taken the top part of that. But I've played every Dragon Quest game. I grew up with Dragon Quest, getting it from Nintendo Power, and since then I've been a Dragon Quest fan. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D was great. They announced that and the 1 and 2 in the same, I think, the same breath. They said, hey, we're going to actually release all 3 of these. The question I had going into this was the Dragon Quest 1 and Dragon Quest 2. If you like Dragon Quest 1, you could probably beat it in like 5 hours normally. Dragon Quest 2 is maybe like 12 hours, 13 hours at most. So both of them are together is like 20 hours or less. That's a lot to be considering for this type of RPG. I'm so surprised at the amount of content they've added to these. And it's not like unnecessary content. They've added, like in Dragon Quest 1, which is the one I'm playing right now. I haven't jumped into Dragon Quest 2. I'm sure I'll cover that in the future app. Dragon Quest 1, they've actually added like little storylines for the characters. Like you start the game up and you're just this random hero that comes across these dudes that are kind of trying to fend off enemies and go on their own quests, and you have no idea why they're doing this because that wasn't in the first game. And you encounter these folks over and over again, these like 4 adventures over and over again throughout Dragon Quest 1, and you also come upon like folks with different stories. There's like a sage that's trying to collect keys. There's a hidden fairy village. There's a bunch of stuff. There's all kinds of things. There's sigils in the game now, which you didn't have originally. So they flushed it out and added a lot of that stuff. Obviously, visually, it's stunning. They did a great job with that, and the audio quality is improved, obviously, with a whole new soundtrack, updated soundtrack. But the actual, so that alone, all that stuff actually flushes this out without changing the overall plot of the game. It just kind of fills in backstories for a lot of the characters you meet. Because back when it first released, they were just sort of these nameless NPCs. And they all looked the same and yada yada. Now they can do more. So that stuff is cool. That extends the play session. But what I really enjoyed, twofold. One is the original Dragon Quest 1 was one-on-one. Like you only ever encountered one enemy. Well, now you don't have like DQ1. It was just you. There was no party. This is prior to party system in Dragon Quest. You're still one hero, a lone descendant of Erdrick or Lodo, but now you can take on multiple enemies, and that kind of I actually really enjoy that. You can see it's in this video a little bit. I actually enjoy like taking on these multiple folks because the original game was a very traditional turn-based. You can either do attack, you can either defend, or you can do magic or an item, and you can maybe try to run. And that's really like the things that you can do. Now you're really forced to a little bit more strategy to get through battles that way, because you're facing off against sometimes multiple enemies on the screen. That I think really does mix up the game quite a bit. And we noticed that when we had our preview session at PAX. I thought, oh crap, there's like more than one slime on the screen. This is wild. So very cool from that standpoint. I know some folks are, like you were telling me, that there's folks that are like freaking out about it. It's unbalanced. But dudes, this game was very unbalanced. The first one was very unbalanced, originally. It was just very basic, and they tried to cram a lot of stuff in there to the point where like the highest level of experience you could get was 65536 experience, because that was the number that the NES would top out at for certain memory functions. So yeah, it was very basic. They've done a lot in this. And so I'm enjoying it. I'm just kind of plowing through the first Dragon Quest. Has a lot of those same beats. I remember all those towns and the villages and stuff. And now there's some of the cool like updated stuff in there that they've included that I'm really interested in. And there's like Rubis is in there, which you don't hear too much about in the first game, but it's a big it's sort of much more important. There's a whole like side quest for Rubis in this. So yeah, first one's good. I'm gonna dive into the second one, which I enjoyed the second one, but I knew the first one was way more balanced. Second one felt back then really unbalanced. It was really grindy, and you didn't level up your characters in kind of a consistent way. Like you're basically one warrior and two really weak magic users for all of Dragon Quest II. Well, they've added a fourth character, like the Princess Mechanic as well. So all the cousins are together in this one, all descendants of Erdrick, which is pretty funny. But that'll be cool. But yeah, and they also have like some cool quality of life and accessibility. And a bunch of other things, like they'll let you go to the Draki quest, which like makes it just super easy. So you can just play it with like you're just you're obliterating enemies because it's that easy. And it's meant for you to kind of enjoy the story experience, the Erdrick's, saga story. You can play that in both these, or you can actually go harder and make it way more difficult, which is, I think I'll probably do that after I complete it in sort of the standard quest mode. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. It looks great. I'm so glad that it's back. And I'm glad that they chose these 3 games to be the HD 2D. I'm curious about Dragon Quest 7, which is coming out in like January, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Somebody brought it up. Probably, I can't remember if it was Zach or you brought up that Dragon Quest 7 today in the Discord, and I was like, oh damn, that's
they have this game now, right? That people are playing and finishing. Then they have Octopath Traveler 0 coming out in December, and then they have Dragon Quest 7 coming out these are all remakes. Even Octopath Traveler 0 is sort of remake. So it's just wild. It's oh cool, I'll check that out. Yeah, nice. The board link that you sent me for DQ1 too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Square Enix is just They got one of the early kits from Nintendo, and so they're putting it to use. They're putting it to use. I have one last thing that I'm gonna actual review, and we've been. I have to go full screen for this one. Bam! So you're down there, yeah. So we've been fortunate enough to be somehow have become stuffed animal influencers. We've been getting a lot of physical stuff from like glasses. Sam took some, we've gotten board games. Sam got the Hello Kitty stuffed animals. Well, we're now getting way more toys and stuffed animals and things like that to review. And I gotta say, we just got some new stuffies. Now, I'm a fan of these things because from a design standpoint, I like physical stuff. I think you like physical stuff too, JJ. We're always big into
Well,
the physical things.
How could you possibly tell?
Never.
No, but I like make me bigger.
I like physical things because you get a different connection to stuff that's that's actually physical in front of you. Games are great. I love games. I live for games, but something physical I could put on my shelf and look at it or just throw it around. Well, these are the sort of reversible. I'm trying to remember what the name of it. They are the reversible stuffies, I guess. So essentially, you can flip them inside out. And I'm going to show you right now what that means. Is we got two sets here, 2 sets of 3, and these are is it Amazon exclusive? They just launched on the 31st, so just a few days ago. It's reversible. Michael's stores. Okay, so these are at Michael's. Ooh, all right, they're at Michael's stores. Anyways, SpongeBob. We got SpongeBob reversibles. I'm gonna show this guy. It's a little bright. There we go. Get the brightness out of the way. So there we go. Little SpongeBob. Look how cute. Look at the little face. And bam, you reverse it, and his hat and all this stuff comes out the other way. And now look at his face. Oh, how cute! How cute is that? I'll get a little bit closer to the camera and blast out the light. There we go. Cute. Hey, SpongeBob. But he's got the Christmas lights wrapped around there. Now, obviously, these aren't meant to be like they're not like the most amazing, $8,000 figures you're gonna have, but they're just kind of these fun, cute.
Not getting these at a Pop Mart, but
you're not getting Pop Mart. Hey, SpongeBob.
Patrick.
There you got the color catch up there.
This is Patrick.
This is Patrick. I got the color, and look at that face. Look at that face, smiley. I do like the little face that they put on this. And that guy, so he loses the hat and he flips over into. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Bam.
I'm gonna be real with you. These are 100% built to be thrown at the head of somebody on the couch across the room from you.
And I've already done it. And then of course,
Gary.
I do like how the light kind of. So Gary has a cool hat. I like his little hat here. It's
elf hat. Yeah.
And then you flip Gary around, and this is the best part. Ready? Gary he's also still got a hat, but now he's smiling.
Now he's happy.
Now he's happy. Gary
got a party hat. He's got the tree topper.
I've been throwing these around. Actually, we got a birthday party.
Your daughter from across the room.
Oh, she'll put this. She's been putting her hands in this, and we just got it 2 days ago. Oh, yesterday actually. And I've been walking around the house just holding SpongeBob like this and pointing to things. And I got I was doing SpongeBob fingers, so I had all 3 of them on one hand. I'm just just talking in conversation. Everyone in the house thinks I'm really weird. But my daughter actually digs these things quite a bit. She's like, Dad, they're actually really cute. And yeah, they are. They're made for being thrown at someone. They're safe because they're, look at that. They're just soft. They're really
they're perfect for doinking your loved ones.
Perfect for doinking your love. Maybe that's going to be the review lead. But these are the SpongeBob ones, and they're just cool little dudes. Like I said, we have a birthday party for a 2-year-old coming up, so I'm going to take these over and see how
this 2-year-old.
It is a perfect thing for 2. I think they're just about to start getting into SpongeBob in the next few months here. But I said that was part of the first 3. There's actually 3 others they gave us. Now this is interesting. These are the ones that I actually kind of dig almost a little bit more because they're still reversible plushies, but they come as
clever.
They come as little
presents.
You got
Yeah.
these 3 presents. You have a white one, a pink one, and a brown one. And what is in these, you might say? Well, let's find out. So they do have the, again, very simple. Someone's gonna rip it off because these are, again, these are meant to be.
Oh yeah,
Just,
my dog's stealing at least one.
yeah, your dog's stealing one. Well, what's this white one? Let's zoom in here and flip it around, and look at that! It's a Hello Kitty wearing a Christmas hat. Boop. So yeah, actually kind of cool little. But they're from a quality standpoint, they're not like the highest quality of anything, because you're right, they're meant to be very simple, very throwable. I haven't gotten it dirty yet, so I don't know how the washing and cleaning is gonna be. I'm assuming it's gonna be like any other like soft stuff toy. But the only thing I wish on all of these is that it was a little bit easier to like flip them in and out, because I do find myself like, these actually have a nice little pop when you flip from the box to this. Like, you'll actually feel a little, there's like a little piece of string or something that they're using to sew it all together right around the edge. And that actually does have a nice sort of pop when you're flipping these in and out. The SpongeBob one's not so much. I would have liked to have a little bit more out of those, but this was cool. And wait, what's this pink one? What's this pink one?
We're so close to being Sanrio influencers.
Yeah, we are. Hey,
so
it's my Melody.
Melody, yeah.
My Melody. Yeah, look at that one. Melody has a little tail, but this
I
is.
don't know if it's just because it's blown out, but that red seems crazy.
Let's get a little bit closer here. Calm down. It kind of is. It is very crazy. It is very crazy. I'll get some photos and drop them in here, but that red is very bright. But yeah, my Melody has a little mistletoe here. But yeah, they're just kind of these silly little things. And the last one, my daughter was really digging this one, which is Kuromi. This one's cool. But yeah, they're we're Sanrio influencers. They're just cute little toys. Like I said, definitely throwable. I think at PAX East we'll be chucking these at people. But hey, they're at Michael's, I guess. So they're not going to cost this. I don't know the prices. I don't think these are going to be costing anybody an arm and a leg. But if you chuck it hard enough, you might be able to take one off of a person. I don't know, but they're little soft little
PAX
guys.
East 2026, baby, come on.
Yeah, but we have been throwing them around at each other in the house, and I think you're right. That's kind of what they're made for, just to have. They can sit there, or you can throw it. I do like this. This is really.
The Kuromi is the best one.
This might be the best one. If I put it on top of there we go. Stay. Nope.
The face that the Kuromi is making is really good.
Yes, it is really good. It's like it's a little devious.
Yeah.
A little devious.
A little scamp.
Yeah, a little scamp. So yeah, there we go. We are Sanrio influencer stuffed toys. This is kind of a cute little thing. I like getting this type of stuff because it's like we don't normally review these types of things, but I'll take it and I'll find something fun to look at with these, and they're definitely.
The emails have been getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah,
lately, and
love it. Oh, wait till you guys hear some of the stuff we're going to be getting soon. Ooh, we got beverages coming, more beverages than just the beer that we got before. It's going to be crazy times. But with that, let's shut this ship down. I'm going to go play some more Dragon Quest, and tomorrow I'll go see Predator. Hey, thank you to Zach. Thank you to yourself, JJ.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna make an Epstein joke, but
no, you're going to the island. I'm not. No. You can find us at SideQuesting.com and hop in the Discord over there. You can go to. But lots of new people have been showing up in the Discord, which is great. I've got to post the PAX Unplugged party list. There aren't a ton of parties for some reason because PAX Unplugged and PAX Australia are a little bit smaller. Actually, Australia had a lot of events. I take it back, but they didn't seem like they were.
Because PAX Unplugged is designed to be sitting around a table playing board games, and they're compulsed to that. If you try to make them go to a bar, it's like, well, are the games
Can I bring
there?
my games with me? Yeah, exactly. And go to the Discord.
And tickets went on sale today. Get
ready. PAX East has the fever. I got a fever for PAX East, and it's begun. Your tickets went on sale today. We'll be there. I'll be there. I don't know if you'll be there or not, JJ. Yeah, you may or may not.
That's the hope, but
yeah, it's the hope. You never tell.
The economy isn't exactly
the economy
friendly.
isn't great. That's why I don't think I'm going to Game Awards this year. So you guys are stuck with me. But yeah, SideQuesting.com, SideQuesting TV on YouTube and Twitch. You can find us individually. JJ at _J.Busky. You can find me at DottyDemofsky.com. These are both our Blue Sky handles. Just go to the Discord. That's where we're at. Discord. We'll see you in the next episode of the SideQuest. Bye, everybody. We love you.